Hello, everyone, and welcome to our discussion part two. We had a great discussion just a couple days ago, and I have the pleasure of introducing you again, my dear friend of 18 years, Susanna Furlanic. She is a mentor, a growth business strategist, and an anti-aging and longevity advocate. I like that, Susanna. Welcome.
Thank you. Yeah,
That
it's
is
a
a
passion.
powerful mouthful right there.
Well, I've been around the block for some decades now, so you kind of pick up a lot of different interests and passions along the way. At a young age, I've always been interested in the health and wellness of our body. I even pursued the interest of becoming a physician assistant, even back in the day. So yeah, I was looking at those things, and living and being born and living in the Bay Area where you're surrounded by tech, I decided to go in that direction instead. So this was way back in another lifetime.
I know it feels so long ago, right?
Yeah.
That's where we met in the Bay Area when I was living there. Right now, it looks like I'm in Thailand. I'm actually in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you are at the headquarters I see behind you, but you're really in Aptos on top of a mountain, California.
I'm in my home office today.
Well, one of the things that I love about you and your energy when it comes around anti-aging and longevity advocacy is that you can tell that you really do care, Susanna, about people. I mean, that's just it's radiating off of you. And I got a lot of really great feedback about our last discussion, and that you were so knowledgeable. And if anyone hasn't seen it yet, I'm going to link it here on all social platforms so you can go back and review. It was a really powerful conversation and opportunity to really educate yourself on a topic that many um, are still learning the importance of. So, and I think we're going to jump in right now with some really great, I would say, compelling before and after pictures and testimonials for this device. And for the sake of compliance with the FDA and legal, we're going to just refer to it as a device in this discussion. But you'll be able to get to see it and learn more about it. And Susanna, I believe you said you wanted to start off our discussion today with a quick review.
Yes, thank you, Amy. So again, we talked about in the first part about the discovery of this important critical aspect of our health. And I have a graphic here I like to share if it's able, if you guys could see this. And I call it skin stimulation because essentially that is what we're doing when we stimulate this part of our system in order to detoxify and purify the system. And this part of our body is responsible for detoxing. It's getting all the trash, literally the trash, out of our system. And we're all born with it, and without it, we would die in 24 hours. Okay, so it's super important to, first of all, know it's there, and then two, if you're feeling symptoms that we had spoken about before, sluggishness, bloating, puffiness of the skin, joints pain, muscle pain, inflammation, all those things, more than likely it could be relieved with what we call massaging or skin stimulation. And so we covered a couple ways that someone can easily do it, simply by walking, exercising, rebounding, skin brushing, all those sort of things. But one of the things I found recently, which was recently approved by the FDA, was a brilliant, I think, a very fascinating, simple though, device that is really intended for the masses to be able to use and aid themselves in purifying their body. So this is a simple graph to show how many this lymph, we call it lymphatic for a better sense. But this is just to show you where all these nodes are in your body. Okay. Um, and when I first got it back in July of last year, I began working with it on myself, on my partner, my husband, and then a lot of people, just to kind of discover, what could this possibly do? Um, and we've been getting a lot of great feedback, great responses. And I wanted to show some of the things we've been seeing as part of those responses
Real
is
not to interrupt you, Susanna, but
Mhm.
can you hold it up and show real quick so we've got at least an idea of what we're talking about?
Oh, can you see the screen?
No, I mean the actual device in your hand.
Oh,
So let's give people a visual.
okay.
Like,
Yeah, good
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
So I'm going to stop share so you can see the bigger part of it. So this is the device, and you can see it's very small. At least it's enough for the hand to be able to grope, and it has this design here that will, when you roll it through the body, you can see it's doing this massage stimulation action. So that's one thing that it's doing. The second thing that it's doing is there's sensors that are built into it, engineered. And this is what I find fascinating because in technologies where there's micro technology or microcurrent technology, there's a lot in the marketplace. And my first question when I heard about that this had a microcurrent feature was, well, what's different? What makes this unique? And the sensors are in this metallic area, and it's measuring multiple data points of your body as you're rolling it through your body. It's actually measuring skin resistance and BMI tissue, muscle tissue, skin tissue, all sorts of things. So it's measuring so it knows to adapt the microcurrent frequency in order for it to get the right treatment in the right areas of your body. So, what you need in your shoulders, your arms, your back, your thighs may be different entirely. So, even though it's super easy to use, all you have to do is press the button. All the work is being done by the sensors.
Right. And your body changes from day to day in addition to different body parts. And I think you mentioned how many times per second is it measuring, giving you that real time feedback?
Well, the last time that it was measuring around 85 times per second. So the micro, it's as high as 130 now, is from what I've been told. What's cool about it is if somebody has it, once they get themselves one, the company is constantly updating the device to make sure it's optimizing and its treatments. And so, the software that's associated, it's always being updated. Just like your Tesla, if you have a Tesla and it wants to update, you just update it, and now you have a cool new features and all those cool things. So,
What did it feel like when you first did it? Because I remember you said you like one shoulder was up and one was down, the one that you didn't treat, and that you actually it felt good. It like made you feel happier is one of the benefits, which I think we can all use more happiness, right?
well, exactly? If you're feeling discomfort in any part of your body, it's like you have that stressful feeling. It's like it's something you want. We all want relief. So when I first got it, the first thing I used it on was my neck. I carry strain in my neck. I'm on the computer. Most people have one of these, so we're looking down doing this a lot, and so we put a lot of strain in our neck area. And it's funny, just about everybody that I've shared this with to use it, they all said, "Can you work on my neck area?" So when I first used it, and it was literally 2, 3 minutes, I felt a release, a natural release of the muscle. Like there was gain circulation. And then all of a sudden, I walked to, I went to the other room where my husband was, and he's like, "Why are you lopsided?" It's like you're like off a little bit. I said, "I just used it." And naturally, my body physiology just kind of relax on one side. So I did the other side, I evened out, and it's just felt like I had a professional massage without spending a professional massage feet in a matter of minutes. And I thought we've got something here to really help a lot of people.
That was just your first experience.
That was my first experience with it.
I ordered mine yesterday through Canada through our special system that you have set up before February 26th, which is the release date in the US market. And I got to tell you, Susanna, I've seen some of the pictures you're going to show with people and the stories about how this is really helping and aiding people. I am so excited to get it. I'm going to use it all over my body.
Yes. So I want to point out there's three main benefits that people will get from this. There's restorative benefits where it does what we're talking about. It's purifying the skin, purifying the body. There's skin stimulation, massage. That's the first thing. The second thing it's doing is revitalizing the skin. And so as we age, or if we're, growing older and more sedentary, the skin starts to age as well. And it's loosening and we're getting, if you have a sluggish lymphatic, you're going to have, cellulite and those sort of things start to show up. Well, what this is doing because of the microcurrent technology, it is tightening and toning the skin. So you're getting a dual benefit. One of the things to do is, I show people is to use it on their tummy in a counterclockwise direction in order to aid the stomach into more better digestion. But at the same time, they're getting that tightening and toning of their skin. But they're getting the two for one, basically.
I
Let
didn't
me
even
show some. Mhm. What's that?
benefit to add to the list. Wow.
It exactly. The third thing is for people who are workout enthusiasts that are out there building muscle and those sort of things. We have it will aid the body if they use it for a few minutes before they work out that muscle group. It'll help the muscle relax. So we see people who are getting better workouts, better results from the workouts. And then the post workout, they use it for a few minutes so that it prevents or at least aids the lactic acid buildup. And they'll have more relaxed, faster recovery. So, overall, for people who are runners, golfers, bodybuilders, anybody in sports where they're using their body, this is an incredible device, and it only takes a few minutes before and after.
So this is also going to help prevent injury because you're getting the body primed before you work out or do your sport, your activity, so that you can perform better, whatever that is. And then post recovery, you're able to accelerate that recovery speed and lactic acid buildup, all of that even further. So you're just going to feel better. I mean, that's thinking of so many applications already, Susanna.
Yeah. The feeling better, we could say that there's a top benefit of the mental well being because you do feel better. You feel relaxed. You feel like, I have more videos that I'm taking when I work with people because the reaction is just gold. It's that reaction. I have a few videos that I've shared with you where somebody was working on their arm because he had a nerve, pinched nerve on where his wrist was. And I said, well, work on the front and back. Within 5 minutes, he's got this look like, whoa, he says, I have 50%, it feels better by 50%. He couldn't do this because it was pinching his nerve. And after he was able to do this without feeling the pain, which is just amazing.
Saw that video, and he looked like peaceful, joyful, just so much relief in his energy in his face.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'd like to share some photos, if you'd like, of a collection. Let's go back here. So this is a photo of somebody who's dealing with edema and massaging the water towards the heart. And you can see within 15-20 minutes afterwards, the swelling has gone down. I'm going to show another edema
Looks
based.
like a foot on the bottom compared to the mushroom foot
Mhm.
at the
Yeah. People who are sedentary or have injuries and they can't walk or do as much, or they're traveling, like we talked about being on an airplane or a train for long periods of time, you start to feel the pulling and the edema in your ankle area. So, this is great to use when you know you're going to be going on a long distance and you can't move that much. This is great for travelers. Here's one, let me open it up a little bit. This is this gentleman who fell from a ladder, broke his leg, his ankles, had to have surgery, pins put in, therapy, post therapy. And his mom, who actually had a device at the time, said, "Son, let me see if this will do anything to help." Because you could see it's a little blurry because it was taken off of, from an iPhone, but there is a redness to the skin area and there's the swelling. Post within, she said it was a 15, 20 minutes later, the redness went down, the swelling went down. And he said the pain relief, it felt good, you know. So um, it's just fascinating. This is somebody who fell downstairs and had some bruising from the fall, been using it. After 20 minutes of using it, she could see that the edema was going away. There's one interesting one where a woman was using this under her armpit to get to stimulate underneath the armpit. And she had not been focusing on contouring underneath this area by her breast. And she texted me and she said, I looked in the mirror and this tissue, this breast tissue, is like gone, um, from underneath my arm compared to the right part. She says, and I wasn't even focusing on, you know, removing or reducing the skin there. She says, it just happened because I was focusing on my health. So that was a nice side effect. Um,
That's a difference, night and day difference from each side. And I know
mhm,
that women, they get really frustrated and irritated to have this extra puffiness and skin and
mhm,
bulge there.
yeah. Here's another example of cellulite. And here's a post, same woman. You just can see the smoothness after it's been worked with over time. Just a few minutes a day. Our clinicals show women and men both using it with over a 12-week period, 3 times today, sometimes up to, sorry, 3 times a week, up to 5 times a week, sometimes. It was a 3 minute per leg or per body part. So it doesn't take a lot of time. The other ones I want to share is the stomach area. I have a good stomach one here. This is a woman who does work out. She's already athletic, but she was working on her tummy area and contouring. And you just can see how when you're flushing out and you're reducing puffiness and you're moving liquid in that area, it just contours the body. Here's a
That
woman.
is
Um,
that one with the stomach was. I mean, you could see the definition. We
yep.
all want the abs, right? And then she's actually like significantly leaner.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Here's a woman, used it on her one arm. You can see the contouring on the muscle area. Again, you know, sluggish, a sluggish lymphatic, I'll say it. Can when you have bat wings and you're not working out, that's contributing to those bat wings. So this is helping there. So there's all sorts of. I mean, I have tons of different stomach. Um, Here's another stomach one. Women who have had babies and they have that postpartum. When their tummies are coming back to normal, that you're left with loose skin, so that they can use this to smooth that skin area out. You know, so, we've got this was one that was a part of the clinical study we got back from legal, and they said, this is a woman in her, I think she was in her almost 70 years old, and the leg looks on the right looks like she's in her 20s. So, yeah, this was an amazing before and after. I mean, there's so many different applications. It's so simple, but the cool part, it's simple to use, and I'm really excited about it.
Those are really powerful stories and before and afters. And I mean, people, I mean, I am imagining that use this regularly on themselves can actually cut some of their size down. They can actually reduce in size and wear even smaller or leaner clothes.
Well, I
Those
did
are some.
research. I did research professional treatments and services where women go, especially women go to purchase. There's a cryotherapy, or there's ways to, lymphatic massage professional services, microcurrent services for the exact same thing they're getting from this device. And you have to spend at least $100 per session, and then purchase. Usually they're sold between 6 to 10 sessions to get a full optimal benefit. And so I was doing my research about the different things that, I mean, you could spend thousands of dollars easily in for, massages, for the microcurrent treatments, for the integrated, for the pre and post workout services for athletes. I mean, there's, in different, in separate occasions, but when you have a unit where it does it all, and it's integrated. So it has both a wellness integrated with a beauty effect. That's how they're marketing it. It's wellness and beauty integrated. And then it's smart. So it's literally having a professional, um, you know, person who's doing all the work for you without, all you have to do is just, just use it on your body. There is an app that is an option that someone can use if they want to follow along. There's an app that they can link to it, and it'll ask them a whole bunch of questions about their goals. Where are you now? Where do you want to be? And we'll create a routine for you that's customized based on your goals and the time that you have to um, use it in. And so then once it's created, then you can follow along the different routines, and it'll guide that person. Okay, start with your arm, now go to your leg, now do this. And it's literally like a coach in your hand that's guiding you. So that's an option if somebody wants to use it with the app. And it'll keep giving you a progress report, and do all this cool things with the app if that's something they want to do.
That's awesome. Just real time information of your own body right there. And one of the things you made me think of too, as you were discussing how people could spend thousands of dollars on all those different services and treatments, right? Is that it takes time to go do all that. You're going driving places, you're having to schedule it, schedule your life around, and then all the time being in those different offices or treatment centers. I, as one, love my precious life force, my time. And so to be able to treat yourself quickly in the comfort of your own home, that is a another huge benefit right there. I mean, I am just thinking of so many benefits when you go into the first discussion we did, and you were sharing how this was going to help people or aid people with certain health conditions, medical conditions, all the different ways it was going to help people. And then there's the beauty, and then there's the sport. So you said to, like, refresh, revitalize, all that. Each one of those applications for those marketplaces or audiences, there is multi-million dollar markets in each of those. I mean, it's just when I start to see the vision of this, Susanna.
It's a massive market. The health and wellness market in itself is over $1 trillion globally. It's actually bigger than that. And so there's a need. There's a need for efficiency, cost. I mean, nowadays people don't have the dispensable income to go to these places to do those things. Maybe there's a small segment that can, but the people want ease of use. People want quick results. People want pain relief. People want to see before and afters, like literally see it and know that it's working. Because when you know something's working, you get excited about it. Um, and I don't know if you want to go into the way that we're going to get this into the marketplace, because it's launching this month. We can go and touch on that for a little bit.
On that, and I'm going to refer everyone to. You can learn more through some videos, through before and afters, and some information on my website. I'll put it here on the video. Adventures with Amie. That's AMIE. AdventuresWithAmie.com/wellness. So I'm going to propagate everything there. So you'll have a lot of questions answered there. You can, if you're interested in learning more, interested in getting involved in any way, to purchase this device for yourself or for someone in your family or friends, please head on over to that website, adventureswithamie.com/wellness. And then you can also reach out to us however you come across this video because it's going up on many social platforms. So let me just put that out there. And yes, Susanna, let's share what's happening with this device and what's happening in the US market.
So, yeah, we decided that one of the most powerful ways to get this into the right hands to get to people is through, rather than a traditional method of, advertising and television and all that stuff. Um, people, who trust other people, they will take on recommendations of people they trust. So the most powerful way to do it is through P2. We call it P2P, person to person, or nowadays we call it affiliate marketing. And so if anybody's in an affiliate marketing, um, we found that when we gave people access to go out and promote something that they're passionate about. I'm passionate about a lot of things. If there's something I find that I love, there's, for example, when I first got myself an instant pot, I'm a mom and I'm always cooking, and that instant pot created such efficiency for and really great meals. I must have told everybody about it. I bought my family an instant pot, my daughter one, and I never, I did it out of love because I knew if it was did it for me, it could do it for other people, and I did it out of just because I loved it, and so because of this, I absolutely love it, and I will share it with as many people as I could possibly can. And the nice thing of it, there's a rewarding system because we're getting rewarded to do something we love already. So if anyone is interested, we are looking for advocates, people are out there wanting to help other people and share this, so we have a program for that.
Well, and I do see your vision when you first told me about this, which I can't believe was just last week. It seems like a lifetime ago already. I saw the vision right away, and I was like, "This is going to be big, Susanna. This is going to help so many people." And both you and I are tender hearts. We love to ease suffering of our fellow humanity, whatever way we can, whether that be through business coaching, mentoring, um, video series, documentary films. And because we want I'm you, you are me, and this comes from oneness and unity consciousness. When we see another suffering, we would love to help ease their suffering and bring more joy and more health and abundance into their lives. So whether this be helping someone with, true suffering and pain, physical pain in their body, or now they love the way they look because they got to contour and shape and smooth certain parts out, and they're like, "Oh, I can finally wear a bikini again," or I can fit into this dress or these pants, or an athlete that can maximize their workout and not feel horrible after, or people who are hurting, financially right now. And I know these last 4 years have really hit a lot of people in the wallet. So I see your vision um, clearly in the last week walking through this with you, and I hope our audience is starting to see some of why we're excited about this because there's so many different reasons.
There is definitely a demand. We've had it's now available in about 50 markets around the world. We're the last, the US is the last to get it done, to get it launched. But with all of the, we did pre launches, they call them soft launches. During this thing, this device was sold out within hours when they did a soft launch, which was remarkable. In Japan, it was sold out in 2 hours, and there was bullish projection. Um, so those were indicators for us that we've got something very special and very high in demand. People want pain relief, and people want to look good, and feel better longer. And so anything that we can do to aid people, help people, empower them into that direction, I'm all in. I'm all there. And I know you are too. So, yeah, thank you for having me to share this.
And thank you, Susanna, for your time and for your expertise, your knowledge, and truly your care, for your energy that you're sharing with others. And I'll add this at the end as well. If you are interested in learning more, there is a way that we can, through the Canadian market, get the device ahead of our US launch date, which is February 26th. So if you want to get on the wait list for the 26th, reach out to me, adventureswithamie.com/wellness. In there, you are able to send the information there, and I'll collect your information for the launch and have everything efficiently ready to go for you, so that if this does sell out, which has happened before, we'll be the first to get ours. And then for those that don't want to wait, like me, I want my device now. I want to have all those results that you were showing in those beautiful pictures, Susanna. There is a way, and I can walk you through that as well, so that you can get your hands on this device sooner than later. So thanks again, everyone. Any questions you can send to both of us, either of us. And who knows, if we do get a lot of questions, we might even do a part 3 in this discussion. What do you think, Susanna?
I don't mind a Q&A. Yeah.
Yeah, ask your questions. We're happy to answer them. And thanks again to our wonderful audience for sharing your time with us today on this discussion, part 2. Maybe we'll see you on part 3.